In through 5, 4, 3, we're live.
So everybody, welcome back to Rolls to Astonish. I apologize for my lack of energy. I am freaking tired, and so is everyone else here, but we're still gonna fucking do this shit. We are back
Yeah.
with Operation Coldblood using the World's Myth system. And tonight I am co-DMing alongside my fellow player slash DM, Evan.
Hi, I've got the energy for the both of us today because
Good thing you're the one running the battle.
Oh yeah,
You have the energy for the both of you because you have the alcohol for the both of you.
I don't know. Well, yeah, it's a good bit, but it's not that much. I just kind of finished off the bottle.
But yes, tonight we are back with the battle against the Pope, with Evan playing as his gorilla girl Peanut, and me playing as the half witch, half vampire Lily. And we are also back with the rest of the gang, including, first of all, and most important, creator of the system we're using, Worlds of Myth, Cody.
Hey, that makes me feel special. I'm important.
Well, you are a
How's it going,
special,
everybody?
handsome man.
Without you, there would be no stream.
This is true. Well, no, there would be a stream. You guys would just be playing a different game. But hey,
It wouldn't-
everybody.
It wouldn't be Hot Bloods.
It
or
wouldn't
Cold
be Hot
Bloods.
Bloods.
Cold
Or
Bloods.
Cold Bloods.
Or even lukewarm
But yeah.
bloods.
Or even the lukewarm little in-between cool things that we were gonna do but only did like once or twice. But anyway, I'm playing the psychotic gentleman bunny rabbit demon man Alistair, who will probably be doing only, like insults from the side today. So we are fighting an anti-magic man.
Also playing with us tonight is Dan.
Hello, I am Dan. I'm next because Zach is not with us this time. I am playing.
because it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I am playing Dark Edge.
So edgy.
Okay then. And
I think we were all waiting for more.
Yeah.
Come on, I need you to channel that edge.
But maybe edgelords just don't need to just don't need to describe themselves.
No, that's specifically what they have to do to become edgelords.
Yeah,
Okay.
Always
Yeah.
talk about how
Specifically,
They
long
have to-
story
You
short,
might be right.
Dark Edge is an elf that basically throws sand all around.
That's
Basically what
one
he
way to
does.
put it. That's one way to
Ye-
put it. That's not how I would put it, but that is a way to put it.
That's basically what I've seen him do in combat. Is just he be's moody outside combat, and in combat he summons sandstorms and just runs around. That's about it.
Yes, but it's the out of combat stuff that's the most important. It is the moodiness that makes him an edgelord.
And also joining us tonight, we got Rico.
Hi, I am Rico. Oh, I play everybody's favorite vampire bunny with a drag queen alter ego. Oh, Lassiter. And I have 12 HP.
Woo!
And again, as we said before,
Good for you.
unfortunately,
That's
Zach
12
is-
more than 0.
Unfortunately, Zach is not here, so our half human, half angel is not going to be here tonight participating in this battle, who is literally the only one that stands any fragment of a chance against the second stage of this giant Pope boss battle. So we're going to hope for the best.
Yeah, Zach has like
Yeah.
a girlfriend and a date, and you know.
How
Screw
rude.
Zach prioritizing
Zach.
his woman over playing with us.
What's more important to you, your
What an
girlfriend
asshole.
or this tabletop game? Come on,
Wait.
Zach.
I don't think we really much had to recap tonight, but if we want to, we can go ahead.
I suppose we could do that. Go away, notifications. You're in my way.
Just give us a nice quickie.
A nice quickie? I don't
Yep.
think I can do that over voice.
Try your best.
Oh yeah, we
This is
also
the
have an
Valentine's
audience
Day
tonight in
special
Dan's
after all.
background.
We do. We have my roommate Malcolm, who's only able to hear my commentary, so it'll be very one-sided.
You're basically going to be hearing him react to all of our bullshit.
Well, specifically all of Dan's bullshit.
Yes. So, I'm assuming that my name is the one drawn out of the hat.
Let me
Yes.
check. It's Dan.
All right, so I've got the recap.
I think
The
this hat
group-
came out of Wonderland because there's only one name that pops out of this thing.
The group confers a bit more about their plans to go in and defeat the Cyberpope, as well as the upgrades that they've as well as conferring about the upgrades they've purchased. They finally settle on using the storm drain to get in, since they will all fit, and Alistair can fly through instead of walking through rainwater. They arrive and have Peanut rip off the cover so they can enter, then replace it once they're all in. Eventually, they hear the fighting above, taking that as their cue to head in the rest of the way. They eventually arrive in the outer sanctum courtyard, prep for a small scuffle with the guards outside the inner sanctum. They have Peanut open the grate, Alistair follows, then Oz and Lily, and the inner sanctum guard retreats rather than facing them before the other two follow in as well. So our Coldbloods charge the door to the inner sanctum, only to have it slide open before they get there. Within, the Cyberpope sits upon his giant throne. As the group enters, the doors close behind them. The Pope addresses them, attempting to offer them an out. In return for destroying Alistair and ripping out Oz's implants, the Pope will allow them to flee unharmed. They turn down the offer because that would do a lot of damage to Oz, and well, I guess we kind of like having Alistair around,
It was
maybe.
basically literally just
Sort
saying,
of.
fuck that, you don't touch the kid.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, they turn him down and assume battle positions. The Pope's response is, "Then perish," as he raises a hand to attack. And then there's a huge battle.
Well, first there's a huge beam that basically splits the group in half.
Oh man, that thing was terrifying.
Thing nearly killed all
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah, the Pope's attack strikes everyone with a powerful doom laser. Lassiter dodges, Peanut takes the first hit. Lily gets pushed out of the way by Alistair. Alistair blocks with shadows. Oz dodges by flying upward. And Dark Edge survives by pure luck, as Alistair lends more shadows to block the attack from hitting him. But-
Yeah, that thing could have one shot any of us. I mean, I think maybe Peanut might have been able to survive, but
Basically,
she
it
would've been
drained
by
all
all,
of our
she would've
fake
been done.
counters. It drained every single one of our fake counters.
yeah.
the
Fortunately, he
idea.
never used it again.
Oh, that's because it took
Uh,
like 200 myth.
Oh, that took
Oh, that's
200 myth.
Ugly. That is fucking ugly.
Damn.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So eventually, the Pope ended up dying from poison damage and sandstorm damage. But once that happens, the group has Dark Edge drop the sandstorm so that they can actually see each other and move around. Peanut continues munching on the Pope, but Alistair requests a chance to eat his soul. As he makes the attempt, the soul slips away into the system in the Pope's replacement body. Yzma reverts to Lassiter, and Oz flies up to the Pope's throne. He tries to access the throne's controls, but as though it require being plugged in, the others convince him not to, since Barnabas is set to become the next Cyberpope. That's when Seraph flies in to plug Barnabas in. They hook him up, and he starts the process of taking over. Outside, there are some wet footsteps, but the group seems not to notice. Alistair goes to join the battle outside, but is interrupted by the Cyberpope's new body arriving in the chapel. Oz prevents Alistair from attacking head-on by casting a wall of knives in his path just before the Pope summons a large collection of anti-magic fields. Since the rest of the group relies on magic to do essentially anything offensive, this is to be a battle between angels. Except our angel didn't bother showing up this time, so
Well, it
Yeah, I got
wasn't
it
that.
covered.
It was our angel had other plans crop up.
Yeah, it is the Valentine's Day
Yes.
special, and he does have a wonderful, handsome young woman.
Yeah, I find it funny that the Pope battle, the second half, decided to crop up on Valentine's Day. Like, what the fuck? How the? We're about to massacre a priest. on Valentine's Day.
Man.
God,
I
It wouldn't be
mean-
the
If only
first
they had-
massacre on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
only
wouldn't be the second.
something like this had cropped up in history before.
yeah, geez, a group of evil people that are trying to get control of a single community, trying to take on the other people that are also in charge of this community. How odd.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And that brings us here at the beginning, where the Pope
Is
is.
basically surrounded us with anti-magic fields, and so we are fucked.
Yes. Would anybody else like to follow up the speech that Oz gave at the end of the last episode with anything?
What was the last thing he said?
Dan, do you have that written down? Cause
I did not.
all right, because that was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I cannot remember for the life of me.
I reckon it's something along the lines of we're all going to beat your asses down no matter what, but it was mostly focused on Oz. And I just realized there's one big giant magic field between the Pope and us. That's going to be an issue.
There are several.
Yeah, but
There
there's
are
that
quite a
one
lot.
There's one massive one that just sticks out.
So, as Oz finishes up his speech, the Pope kind of looks forward, not bemused, not taking much. It's a very serious tone to his face, as he will raise a hand up, and there's an intense moment of focus as you see a little small bits of energy kind of sparking up on his hand, pointed at Oz. And after a second of pause, a large spark shoots out of the side of his head as Oz falls limp, his cyberware just utterly shutting down.
Did he just delete Oz?
No, not exactly. We're going to call it more of a reboot. However, none of you know that.
Okay.
Here we go.
All
Evan.
right.
Here we go.
Okay. Alistair is going to run and catch Oz as he's falling down. And, he's just like, Oz, are you. What did you do? As he looks up at him, like his eyes glowing red, like at the Pope. I can't talk today. But yeah. Alistair's pissed.
Not the
And
only one.
as the Pope begins to step forward through the anti-magic zone, I'll consider it a mercy. Rather not to fall in your hands.
You don't even know what you're talking about. And Alistair, he's kind of getting ready to pull his shenanigans and just rip him apart, but he looks into the anti-magic zone, and you do see an amount of fear on Alistair's face as he's very aware that this situation is not advantageous for him.
Advantage for any of us.
And if I can, I don't know, I would like to basically blitz back to the throne with Oz in hand.
All right. Yep.
All right.
Make it so.
I'll look
Then
into something real quick. Do-do-do-do-do.
I shall move Alistair right there. And yeah. Cool.
And I don't believe I have an actual token for Barnabas, so I'm just going to replace him with this little targeting thing.
Okay, cool.
Works.
All right. I need everybody's speeds.
Mine's already in.
Thank you, sir.
I'm just double checking something real quick.
Welcome back, Alexa.
Yeah, it's really annoying that she leaves
Whoop.
and clears her whole what do you call it, queue.
I'm not liking this spell. Alright,
Can I get Lassiter and Lily speeds?
working on it. I just had to look at something real quick.
Ah, got you covered, my friend.
Boop, boop.
Fire.
Oh fuck! I clicked the link.
11.
All right, and that is, I believe, everybody. Wrong way.
It'd be interesting.
Up first is Alistair.
What about Seraph, the double one-winged angel?
Oh, don't
He
you
ain't gonna
remember
do
last
shit.
time he looked at you and said, "I don't know, this seems like a you problem."
Yep.
All
we
right.
did.
It's about to become a him problem very quickly. Actually, that
That's why
reminds
he's
me
in the
of-
initiative order. At all.
Yeah, no, he's in the initiative order because I kept putting him in the initiative
I noticed.
order.
I kept on removing him, and he kept on showing back up.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright. I look
Please.
over and I'm just like, well, Seraph, darling, I'm usually not really big on asking people for help and stuff, but we really could use you on this one. Your specific skill set is, how should I say this? More advantageous than, say, mine in this fight. What do you say? I mean, I'll pay you with
So-
money.
Alistair, none of us are really equipped for this battle at this moment with all these freaking shields all over the place.
So allow me just real quick to ask you a question. So you're saying I'm better than you?
In this very specific situation, not necessarily in any other situation, but in this hyper-specific situation, you might be slightly more equipped to handle this situation.
I'm not sure.
Oh, come on, I just offered money.
Let me see how you
Probably
handle
is just
it
pretty much
first.
glaring down this Pope as pretty much anyone that is glancing towards Lily is noticing that the bit of darkness that normally shows up, that's been showing up recently, is just very steadily starting to crawl up the side of her neck and along her face. And the rose corsage is definitely growing rapidly.
Ooh. Yep, Alistair, you're gonna get it from
also,
it's from Sarah.
I don't know how much of my action economy that used up.
I'm
um,
gonna say none so far.
Oh, okay. Alright, then I guess I will pop my my conduit seals, or yeah, excuse me, hex seals. My hex seals and wisp, and yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
All right. Lassiter.
All right. Ooh, we're gonna prep a counter, and look at sheet. Sees there's not much we can actually do.
At this point, but give it a little bit.
And we're gonna move back over here behind the monk. And yeah, that's the turn. That's the turn.
Alright. You will notice as it comes up to the Pope's turn, he will begin by taking a movement. Directly up here next to the monkey.
I
And
figured.
we'll make a... we'll start with a standard attack. With just his fists. Well, fists and wings.
Oh god.
Which Peanut
Giant
will
ape,
attempt,
defend thyself.
Peanut will attempt to block it with her teeth. And fail in doing so.
She's
How-
gonna
Rather
punch her in the mouth.
spectacularly.
However, the strike still does not seem to do enough damage as the punch lands directly in her, and you see this, the impact kind of ripple through her body and her cybernetics. And there's a couple little sparks and clanking sounds, but no substantial damage is made. Oh. And that will bring it to Peanut's turn. Which I really gotta stop making enemies that just kind of line up with my characters. We'll attempt a Smear Chomp. That would be a power attack. Which the Cyberpope will attempt to dodge.
I gotta do this real quick.
And we'll use a counter to use stylistic dodge with that.
You forgot the slash.
Yes,
There you
I
go.
did. And as Peanut's tongue shoots out, there is this big gust of wind as the Pope flutters up on his wings. And we'll do about a half a backflip before landing. Well, okay, hold on. One of those full backflips with the cartwheel turns, or whatever you call it, the spiraling. Lily.
Okay, so this turn, which is probably going to be the only turn she's actually going to be able to get anything really done, she's going to go ahead and do preparation action, activating Dark Mantle, Kinetic Armor, and Blood Force Strike. Next turn, it's going to be hell as still steadily the darkness and the rose corsage are very steadily starting to consume her body. In almost twisted sense, she's kind of becoming one with the rose itself. At this point, she just doesn't care anymore.
Alright, will that be all you do?
Yep, that's going to be it. That's all she can do.
Dark Edge.
Dance of focus attack pistol.
Alright. Go for that.
And I do have
that's-
bending shot, so Lassiter's not in the line of fire.
Gotcha. And that is just the bending shot, so it's what, 3 attacks?
Yep.
Gotcha. Hit me up with them.
Give me 1 second. It is plus that. Yeah. Yep, plus that. Alright. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, and he will attempt to block that with bullet block. I forget, what is the penalty for bullet block? Oh, where did Cody go?
Uh-oh.
18 plus 15.
Where did Cody go?
Oh dear. Alright, well, in the meantime, I'm just gonna guess -2. You can go with that. That is a 1, so that fails regardless. Oh, and it also does fail. So you get one of those in.
Well, that sucks. I would have loved more of those, but so that is 35 damage.
35? Where's my calculator? Any particular
Hey,
alignment
I'm
to
back.
that? Oh, thank you.
The heck happened? Oh, I see now.
Yeah, my internet disconnected. Sometimes it just decides that it doesn't want to work.
Alright,
I
so,
don't want to work tonight. It's Sunday. Click, click.
yeah.
Yeah.
As you unleash this nice little barrage of shots, you notice the Cyberpope's wings flare out in front of him, blocking off a couple of them from different angles. As one catches him in just right underneath into the chest, and you do notice a nice amount of just blood starting to leak out of it as he grits his teeth and will, take a look at Dark Edge as a potential foe. All right,
That's
and
fair.
that is one turn down. Alistair.
Okay. So, would he be considered in the anti-magic zone right now? Like, I see a couple little purple wavies on
I don't
him. Like,
Think so?
So let me put.
all right.
Let me just. Yes, that's. The zone is. Let me make a
think the
circle big
zone's-
enough.
Oh,
Okay.
it's like right on the cusp.
Oh fuck! No, that's the zone itself. That's the map.
All right. So he is technically in the zone.
Yeah. That pink
Okay.
circle is like the actual volume of the
And he's
zone.
just close enough to the zone where if he wants to, he can back into it and draw us into it if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna third eye open and activate Future Sight.
All right.
Distance.
That's 7. Okay.
All right. Lassiter.
All right. Let's see. Lassiter is going to make a dance of attacks with his throwing knives.
All right.
So let me make this roll here. That is hyper
Nice.
consistent.
That
So
was
you
nice.
just see Lassiter like pop his neck and adjust his glasses and just start flinging fistfuls of knives that come back, and he just keeps throwing them.
Oh damn.
That is one hit.
That is one hit.
Yep.
Cool.
As the Cyberpope manages to catch a few of the throwing knives and clatter them to the floor.
All right. So that is, what does this say? 33 3 times.
It's not even gonna hurt him, is it?
No, that is enough to hurt him.
Oh.
He is
Okay.
in relatively light armor compared to his last set.
Got it.
He's just fresh out of the vats, so
Yep. He has
Okay.
summoned in a nice little bit of armor, but it's light mech armor.
Alright.
Okay.
And you just see the knives that hit the floor come back. And that is Lassiter's turn.
All right, it is now the Cyberpope's turn. Who is going to go for an extended strike? Actually, no, a burst strike with the 50-foot cone. As he brings his wings forward, and there is just this burst of feathers that come erupting out of him. Oh wait, shit, he can't do a burst strike because he does not have any amps up. My bad.
He is also standing in his own anti-magic area.
So he cannot get any stuff up without moving.
Yeah.
In that case, he will go for a movement and a standard attack, as he will go forward and strike at Dark Edge.
Okay.
And this is a standard attack with his wings and fists. 43 to hit.
Oh. And since this is melee, I take a what penalty for dodge?
-2.
-2.
-2.
As the Cyberpope
Okay.
unfurls his
That's-
wings and thrusts himself forward in this stunning flying dropkick.
Okay, so that's gonna hit. So life force armor,
That is 50 untyped damage.
50. Okay, plus. Excuse me, minus. So that is. Okay. Do.
And he will prep a counter as well as one he gets prepped for free. And that will be his turn as it goes to Peanut, who's understandably upset. And you know what, I will say she attempts to cast Draining Strike, but is unable to, as it more or less just immediately fizzles out in the anti-magic zone. And then she will try another hook attack with her tongue. Or what's that, a spear chomp?
What was that?
She's attempting a spear to chomp with her tongue. And I'll
Alright.
make it a fast attack this time. Which the Pope will attempt to block. And successfully. As you see, coming towards the Pope and by extension all of you, this tongue lashes out with just this incredible speed. As without even quite looking at it, the Pope unfurls a wing and slaps it to the side, nearly catching Alistair, but just more or less taking a chunk of step out from in front of him.
Yeah, as I duck down, I'm like, careful, Peanut, honey. You don't want to hit no friendly fire.
Peanut will stomp her heels on the ground. Lily.
Alright, give me one moment. There it is. Sorry, I was trying to find something in specific. Because at this point, how much music's in the queue right now?
About an hour.
Jesus, Evan, what the hell?
Oh, I've been prepping for this. Usually these combats last way more than an hour.
Is fair, but holy fuck. How far are we in the
Is-
current song?
Probably like 10 minutes.
Jibus, do you mind if I steal just a couple seconds?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Could you do your turn first and then steal a couple seconds?
I think it might be part of her turn.
Yes, it is.
A true edgelord needs their backtracking.
Yep. It's fairly silent for a moment from Lily. Up until she just very slowly lifts her head as pretty much if myth just slowly oozes from her as the corsage has pretty much started rapidly taking control of her body and just consuming it, and just pretty much a body armor of thorns, quote unquote. And the rose very slowly makes its way up from her wrist and pretty much settles over her right eye. As her hair turns into like a tangled mess of vines, pretty much.
Cool.
And she just very slowly lifts her head, and the one eye is just barely glowing red as her attention just snaps to the Pope. There's just this deep, like almost predatory growl before she pretty much just lunges at him in an attack. Made her berserk mode, everybody.
Oh no. Wait, like you use like actual berserk?
Yes, this is her alter ego. And she's also, because she can only do, because that was a normal action, passive action, she's going to activate Blood Wings. And I believe that's about all she can do for her turn, because that's a normal action and a passive, so...
Yeah, he's still got a movement if you want it.
He's getting right up in his face, pretty much. Just in this new, twisted, mangled form at this point, as pretty much her false image has dropped, so... It's basically her decayed Mard itself, just completely consumed by the rose.
Alright, Dark Edge.
Already?
Nice.
All right. So I am going to do a ranged melee combo,
Alright.
dance of attacks, and if I can combine that with hook, that would be awesome.
What is the range or the melee weapon?
My beast claws.
You know, yeah, sure, go for it. It'll be cool.
Awesome.
Go for it, it'll be cool.
So, ranged melee. Let's see. That's gonna be. Oh, I can't read this. It's 2. Okay.
And he will attempt a set of blocks with this. With what is the penalty, by the way, Cody, for bullet block?
Say it again.
What is the penalty for bullet block while blocking a ranged weapon?
I do not recall if I put one in this version, but if I did, it would be a -2.
Alright, we're just going to go with that. That will be... no hits.
Fuck that
Ouch.
first one. Damn.
As this Pope
Alright.
manages to...
Nat 20s are never, it's never a good feeling to be on the receiving end of those.
No. As the Pope will redirect your shots and your blows out and around him.
Well, fuck.
Okay, well, good try. A for effort.
Seraph will brood in the corner on his turn. Alistair.
There we go.
Fuck
That's a bit
Seraph.
better. That's a bit better
Alright.
description of Lily's berserk form.
Okay. All right. So, as the Cyberpope is blocking all of Dark Edge's attacks, he can see underneath of him like tendrils of darkness and a bunch of eyeballs appear and mouths open. Like it pretty much looks exactly like Pride from Full Metal Alchemist, if anybody's ever seen that show.
Terrifying.
All these shadows rise up and you see like all of these mouths and like these shadowy creatures with bunny ears, but you know they've just got like drain holes of teeth and all kinds of eyes going down them, and they all swarm around him and attack.
All right.
Yeah, this is like a nightmare for somebody that has a fear of rabbits. It's just they aren't cute. They're soul-sucking heathens. Ah!
I mean, that's basically Alistair in a nutshell, a soul-stealing heathen rabbit.
Pretty much. Soul-stealing heathen.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So here
As
we
you
go.
As these rabbits and eyes and teeth and mouths and maws appear around the Pope, you notice a hand go down towards the ground as this purplish light, similar to the anti-magic zones around you, envelops your wisps of shadows. He casts the negate spell with a counter.
All right. Okay.
So that is
So
int
we need
versus
to-
interwill, or interwill versus interwill.
Okay. All right. It's 29.
All right. It's a 37.
Damn it!
Jesus.
How much myth did it take you to cast that?
That would have been. Sorry, give me 1 second.
A lot. It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. What's 16 plus 7? That's
23.
23. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
23.
23 myth.
All right. Is that all for your turn?
No. Well, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll stand my ground. I guess I can recast if I need to defend.
All right. Lassiter.
Alright, so, Lassiter will... He will do another dance of attack knife throw.
Ouch.
Oh. There's the good one.
All right. He will attempt a block. And
Fuck.
manage to block that set of knives.
Oof.
Well, that's the turn.
All right. It's the Cyberpope's turn, as the same purplish aura that surrounds these various negative energy zones and himself begins to manifest around his hands and the tips of his wings. He will cast Negative Energy Strike, and then also Exploding Strike, as it manifests into his being and he curls up in on himself, just charging it for a moment before releasing it into a single bright flash. He will be nega charging that.
Well, balls. I can't block that.
Alright, so this was a... same attack as normal that I need all of you to react against without using spells. Well, you can use spells, but it is an auto fail.
Yeah, well, what's the radius?
30 feet.
Okay, well, unless so it should be noted that also, like, if you dodge, use a teleport, because if you don't, it's still an auto hit. Because if you dodge and you're still within 30 feet, you're still getting hit. So, yeah, it's because this is a very balanced game.
How much is
Well,
this?
shit.
It is a 42 to hit, and it is a... Is that a melee attack? With...
Okay, well, I
that
don't
means-
have anything, so that just auto hits me.
I could take a reaction, turn to a blood pool, and not get hit.
Unless the blood pool gets you out of, unless your blood pool can move you 30 feet, then you are still gonna get hit.
My force
That's why I
armor.
asked- Well, that's why I asked the type of damage, because I'm immune to everything in blood pool form except fire, lightning, holy, dark, and poison.
This is untyped damage. However, it will incur myth loss.
I will. Let's make this dodge.
Peanut will also attempt to dodge.
Well, we didn't get there.
Peanut also... Ah, fuck, Peanut, why? Alright.
Very good dodge.
So,
the only thing I can really do to defend is block with a magic shield or turn to a blood pool. Those are my choices.
Anybody who was hit by that, take
Okay, well, Alistair kind of looks like, oh great, she's menstruating. Ah, fuck! As like this wave hits him.
as everybody who's hit by that takes 60 neutral damage and 30 myth loss.
How much damage again? Sorry?
60.
60?
Yes.
Oh boy.
I'm
Oh.
gonna go ahead and try to roll my reaction for the blood pool, just because it's the best shot I got.
I'm down.
Oh,
It's going to incur myth loss anyway, so whatever, fuck it. Damn it, still failed.
And
yep,
how
that
much
is
how much myth loss?
30.
35.
Ow, that's a lot of my myth.
That's
Yeah.
that's
It's almost
barely
half of
not even a third of
Peanuts.
my myth.
And that's how much damage?
60.
Okay, hold on, because I do get improvement to my stats. So give me a second, I gotta calculate my armor.
It'll be whatever your bonus is to your protection score.
So didn't that look too good?
So it reduced it by at least half.
Yeah. We get one or two more attacks like that. Well, no, we would need about two more. We get two more attacks like that. Bastard's not making it to the fucking final showdown.
Oh. And then the Pope will... Let me thank you.
Still up.
The Pope will prep his 2 counters. Peanut. Peanut will attempt another power attack with her. What you call that? The tongue. That's not great. But there is a chance if you believe. Yeah, I know.
didn't
Your
believe
belief
hard enough.
wasn't strong enough.
As this tongue whips like a with like a whip across the battlefield, just almost just barely skimming the top of Lily's head, as the Pope just ducks down underneath it. Lily,
Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so after nearly getting hit, Lily's gaze just snaps up at the Pope and hey Evan,
Yes.
she's lunging in, she's going for a bite on the Pope.
Alright, go for it. He will attempt to block. And,
Should be the right bonus. Damn, she missed.
no, as you come in with the teeth, he kind of reaches up and grabs her by the mouth for a moment before pushing back.
She just kind of hisses and snarls, and in that moment, you see she takes one of her claws, drags it down her arm, and using the blood that just pours out of her arm, her blood metal weapon holds in her hand.
Disgusting. Dark
I
Edge.
show you disgusting, you fucking cretin!
So I'm gonna do another dance of ranged melee hook attacks.
Go for it. Oh. Alright, and on that one natural 20, he will attempt a reflex dodge to see if he can duck under it after realizing the block isn't going to work. And no, he cannot. So that is one confirmed hit.
Very nice. So, make sure I've got all of the damage in here. That's only... That is 34 damage, but it also throws him... 40 feet.
Alright, in which direction?
Straight up.
Alright, he will go falling. He just absolutely thrown upwards. But however, as he's in the air, his wings unfurl and he stays up there.
Fair enough.
Do you all need my help yet?
I would enjoy it.
Oh, I know you would.
Isn't even paying attention. Her focus is just on the Pope, just glaring, just giddily, just waiting for him to drop.
As soon as I hear of just a couple words from Alistair.
Okay. Alistair glares over at him. And says nothing. His pride prevents it.
Alright, Alistair, it's your turn.
Okay.
Damn it, Seth! Everyone knows you're better than Alistair. Get down here!
Alistair
but I was
kicked his
so lucky to
ass,
get it from
okay?
his mouth.
That is not true. Alright. Watch closely, Seraph, darling, as I use the same technique I used to rip your ass apart. And Alistair is stares up at the Pope, and his eye glows red, and I am going to use Mind Lock on him.
Alright. The Pope will again attempt to negate that.
Alright, so I realized that I shortchanged myself last time because I should decrease my myth here real quick. -7 for the eye, and then with the mind lock, that's gonna be -5. Okay. So I realized I shortchanged myself last time because I get a +1 from the future sight, and I also get a reroll too. So
Go for it. Gotta beat a
All
37.
right.
Oh shit! I forgot. I rolled a 1, and I'm a jackalopian.
Damn it.
As again you hone your mind in, you can feel it starting to grip at the Pope, as then this searing light just spreads into your head as you get a short migraine.
Ow.
Okay, well, there's this moment where Alistair's just like, well, desperate times. And I am going to run over, prostrate myself on my knees, and be like, please, you're better than me. Whatever you want to hear, I'll say it. You're better at, like, fighting and better in general and just almost as handsome. And, you know, you're not as rich as me. We're really equals in a lot of ways because I have things that I'm better than you, like having money, and you are better at other things than me, like, you know, fighting. I guess. I guess you're a better warrior. And yeah, that's my turn.
I'll
And
take
you
it.
basically hear from Lily just in that twisted voice. She just kind of cackles under her breath at the groveling.
I'll take it.
You're
Almost
in
satisfied
an
by it.
alter ego. You shouldn't even be aware of this.
Well, let's just say the male groveling is very familiar to her.
As
Okay.
Seraph will raise his hand out as this shining scythe made out of light appears and then solidifies into steel. Oh well, sounds good enough for me.
Alright.
Lassiter.
Alright, what you need?
Oh shit, are you down?
I am in negatives, my friend.
Alright, we'll get to you later.
Do you want to roll a life saving throw?
What is
Did
that
you do your life saving throw?
No.
He did
Oh,
not.
go for it.
What is that, a flat D20?
D20
Yeah.
plus strength.
No, plus strength.
Plus strength? Cool. That makes that much better.
And if you have will to live,
You
it's another
can-
plus 5.
And you know what?
You
I'm
can
gonna...
also use will. There was
I
a
was-
modification to that rule.
I was about to
that
say...
I don't know if you guys got in other versions. So you can use your will if your will is higher.
It is not.
Okay.
My will is a 7.
Alright. How far were you into negatives?
I was at negative 30?
Ooh.
Then you live.
You succeed.
Yikes.
Then that's a close margin, but you live.
Yeah, I only had 12 HP, and I only have an 18 protection scar.
That's fair enough.
I'm very squishy. It only goes up when I'm eating.
As this turn, the Cyberpope will elect to prep. Let me see, how many can he? Yeah, he's just gonna prep 4 counters.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, we got focused on breaking down there.
Alright. It's Peanut's turn. This Peanut will attempt a power attack. It's a 33. Against the Cyberpope's dodge.
That's like the bonus he adds to his dodge.
Almost.
And no, yeah, he's not going to counterattack because he can't actually damage Peanut. Lily,
Oh.
it's your turn.
Hey. Is the Pope still flying in the air?
Yes, he is 40 feet up.
She's flying up after him. And she's going to go ahead because she's. Your wound probably needs you more. Yeah, you're about right, Cody. You're about right.
Yeah, I mean, as much as like I'd like him to come and help us out, like, if I wasn't single, I would definitely
No, I
not
get
be
it.
here.
I definitely get it.
Like,
He's completely fine. But I am
It's
going
fair.
to give him
Yeah.
shit for it.
But she's flying up to him and she's basically grabbing hold of him and she's going to use Blood Drain.
Alright.
Ooh,
Is
nice.
that, a
I
spell?
think this is the first time I'm actually gonna see this spell used in game.
I want to take it away from you, but I can't.
I mean, we usually end up fighting things that's not made of blood.
Yeah, so this is her one time to actually get something out of him.
Alright, what does Blood Drain do?
Give me one moment.
It
let me
drains
get-
blood,
Damage.
clearly.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
it
get that.
is. Give me
It
one
deals.
sec.
It does damage. That's what it does, and gives her blood points.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me actually pull it up because I have the 2 hit and everything. I just don't have the actual description written down in here because it's a lot. Or Synchromancy. There it is. This is something I've been had on the back burner, just leveling up and leveling up and leveling up.
Just haven't gotten to use it till now.
Yeah, your hands sink partway into the opponent and your blood vessels spread into them and begin to drain.
Oh.
Cool as shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm tooting my own horn, but that's cool.
Man, whoever came up with that must have been really handsome.
Yeah, he is.
Alright, is that an attack roll?
Yes, that is. Oh, that's not a very good roll.
I don't know,
Oh,
Evan. I
dang
think
it.
you might be a little biased.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
that
damn.
misses in the Pope will counterattack for 50 damage and 10 myth.
Literally, what you rolled to hit is less than the bonus that he gets. Like, not even like counting like the ultimate dodge or ultimate block bonus, like that +5. Like, he just gets straight up plus 36.
And that's how much damage?
That is 50 damage. As you come screaming up towards him, his wings come up and kind of wrap around your arm for a moment as a leg comes up and just strikes you square in the back of the head.
Yeah, you said 50 something?
50. Just 50
Minus
neutral.
my protection score. Yeah, I'm good. I'm still up.
Alright. It is then Seraph's turn as you see him. As he just starts kind of twirling this weapon in his hands, and still just getting hyped up for the battle, he will cast Holy Strike, Dark Strike, and activate his Abomination Gene to make him a demon.
Boy, here we go. Mischief,
As
honey,
you
you're
see,
going to have to move. I want to do it
Kind
now.
of a single horn begins to grow out of his left side, and one of his wings begins to kind of feather out into these blackened feathers, and his skin half turns red, and his scythe is wreathed in this fire that initially golden just flares up into black. Alright, and that is all he's got. Dark Edge.
Let's try this Dance of Hook attacks again.
Alright.
Ranged melee combo.
Are you within melee distance?
Yeah, he's. Oh, I guess he's in the air, isn't he?
Yes, 40 feet.
Shit. Well, in that case, it's going to be a focus attack. Dance of attacks.
Gotcha.
And. Yeah. Shit. That sucks. Oh well. Gives me a bigger bonus anyway. Slightly. Well, that could have been better.
That is one confirmed hit.
Okay. And that does... Oh, I had this added up before. Plus 3... So yeah, that's 35.
35? Gotcha.
Yep.
Alright, and as you finish that, you notice the that Barnabas on the seat. You notice his head kind of very rapidly looking back and forth as several of the screens around the room begin to flicker and start to cut in and out of their feeds. Oh, Alistair.
Okay. Let's see.
Just
Minus
suck him off,
7.
we're dying.
Minus 5. Okay. I'm gonna move over here. And I'm gonna attempt to do a mind lock again.
Alright, he will again attempt to negate that.
Okay. Roll 1. Wow. Those are both awful. Okay, well, 24.
24, but tie goes to defender.
Yep. Wait, no,
Wait.
no. He's trying to negate my spell.
That is true. In this
so-
case, he is technically the attacker. What is the negate roll? Or not the negate roll, the mind block roll?
Okay. So now we need sorry, give me 1 second. Let me pull up my character sheet again. I lost it for a second there.
You actually have to look at the description of a move that you don't use very often.
Yeah, sorry. A little bit. So yeah, his intelligence. Make a roll for his intelligence.
Alright.
He's a very
Against.
smart boy. Yeah, he's a very smart boy.
Yeah,
No,
well,
Alright,
Not
you
smart enough,
managed to
though.
mind block him.
not smart enough. He rolled really bad. All right.
So describe this mental
Yeah.
landscape you give him.
What kind of landscape do I want to put this guy in? Yeah, no. For right now, he thinks that he succeeded.
Alright.
in defeating us.
No. He thinks that, like everything around him looks the same, and he sees me flinch because he successfully negated my illusion.
Nice. I get you there. Was it because you can't start making your rolls against it until you know it, right?
Yeah. He has to be aware that he's in an illusion before he can start making rolls against it.
Alright, Lassiter, you want to do anything on the ground there?
What can a person who is at 0 health do?
Bleed?
Believe
Would you
Well-
like to describe how you're bleeding?
Yeah, like,
What do your death throes look like?
well,
Just-
he's
you're kinda
bleeding
s-
from the ears, mainly.
Ah,
Mainly. And, he is just kind of down, surrounded by knives. It's very artistic. He's having an artistic death. Like, if you get above aerial photo,
you get
looks
above
nice.
aerial, just slow pan zoom out with like a slight twist to the camera.
Yeah, it's good. He's having a good moment there.
Okay.
Just unconscious.
He's
Okay.
having his moment. Alright, it is the Pope's turn. As you all notice the Pope just kind of hanging there in the air.
that did something.
Alright, and Peanut is going to go for the leg. Hopefully not roll
Can't
one.
miss this time.
Yeah.
Now without rolling a 1.
As you see the poke just right into like the tongue comes out, and just before he passes through the jaws, the hands come up and slam him against the steps. So that is a lot of damage.
Damage. Too much.
Too much damage.
A total of 82 damage. Straight to the through the protection score. Lily.
Hey. As he gets slammed down into the ground by the gorilla, Lily's going to try this again. She's basically going to dive bomb on top of him, slam down into him, and she's basically grabbing at his neck at this point. She's trying to do the blood drain again.
Alrighty. Just don't roll a
Just
1.
kind of snarling and cackling as she does this. And she's pretty much pseudo-strangling him at this point. A bit better than last time.
Alright, that hits because he is unaware.
Huzzah! So that...
No, he is actually definitely aware now.
Oh, he's aware now?
He's got
yeah.
some-
Oh, that's right, a block.
Yeah.
No. Here, he will attempt a block.
Yeah, he just snaps to and he just sees Lily dive bombing on him.
He sees Lily dive bomb as his wings come up in front of him, and you see the... you feel the...
Isn't he bound though?
yeah, he can
Yeah.
only do the block. He cannot try and dodge.
Is there a penalty for
on.
being bound?
Yeah, hang on one second. Let me look up the status effect real quick, because I'm pretty sure he can't. That being said, I wrote this like 2 years ago, so maybe 3 years ago. So let me look that up real fast.
I believe he can block but not dodge, because I remember that was the power attack loophole I found with it. For
Is
Peanut.
it bind or hold?
It is bind.
Yeah. Alright. This status effect represents being bound by physical or magical means. A bound character may not make any actions or reactions except to attempt to escape. Additionally, they receive +2 to their protection score. A bound character may spend a normal action in order to make a success roll to attempt to escape. They may add their strength or speed stat to the roll and must be a challenge rate specified by the number set by the ability that caused this status condition. If a character would be affected by multiple bind effects, they count as a single bind effect, using the highest number and adding a +1 for each bind effect beyond the first. So no, he is a sitting duck.
Alright, fair enough.
So yeah, how much damage does Lily do?
It's going to be 49 blood damage, and not only does she get back blood points, but she gets back some life from it, I believe, because of one of the effects. Let me see which one it was.
That's...
That might be draining.
He takes 25 damage from that.
Let me double check because I think it involves one of my amps. I'll double check that, so if you guys continue
Okay.
on, I'll go ahead and adjust it accordingly.
Alright. And it is, of course.
How much life did he lose?
That was 25.
25. Okay, just want to make sure.
Seraph, darling, we don't need you after all. It was all a lie.
Son of Salem Seraph, the double one-winged angel, is ready to go.
I just Lily power bombs this guy. Doesn't do much damage, but she's giddy. She's happy.
Go, Lily! You're doing great!
You might want to move Lily's token a little bit closer too, because that feels like a melee attack.
And she pretty much dive bombed on him, so.
Yep.
She's right on top of him. Quite literally straddling him.
Kinky.
That is actually very kinky.
And as Alistair says
Especially
this-
since I read her form transformation full description.
Right?
Very
Very
kinky.
scantily clad in roses, pretty much.
Yes. The description said that roses are covering her naughty bits.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
As Alistair calls that out, Seraph shoots him a glare. He will begin to lower the sight.
I smirk back haughtily.
You ass.
Darket.
So,
Alright, since he is down, I'm going to dance a focus attack with my pistol.
Alrighty. Don't roll some ones and you got it.
oh yeah, you don't need to roll. Just how much damage you deal.
Yeah, it's two different things in a combo. So that is gonna be 35 3 times.
Alright, 35. Alright, yeah, you can see the Cyberpope is, stuck in the jaws of this creature. Or no, it's stuck in the hands of this creature and, also
Yeah, as I
the
said,
hands
she's
of the other
basically
creature.
The
Yeah,
hands of.
Two different creatures.
And with an increasing number of bullet holes.
as he
Yeah,
struggles,
one's holding him down, the other's basically strangling the life out of him.
as he struggles, you hear him kind of letting out a few final you have no idea what you're doing here.
She's not listening. She's just gleefully just draining the life out of this fucker.
Yep, and as you do, you notice in the lights of the hall begin to dim and darken as that back Alienware logo in it is replaced by a large red skull that shows above it a nice Barnabas. As you see
Good.
the light on Barnabas's view, kind of whatever that little bubble top thing, dome thing you'd call is, just completely shutters off and drops down motionless.
Well, that's not ominous. Barney, I take it you're fully uploaded then?
And you don't get an immediate response. However, you do hear some stirrings of, well, not commotion outside, but the commotion outside you heard before comes to an immediate stop.
I'll take that as a yes.
It is quite nice to be unconformed.
Yes, it's very pleasant for you, I'm sure.
And the commotion outside begins to pick up again, but more in the sound of just distant shouts of panic and peril. Alistair, is there anything you'd like to do, or would you like to just...
Okay, well,
Leave this point.
Alistair's just sort of like, well, I don't really care about that. And,
Clearly, that's not.
yeah, no, Alistair doesn't, Alistair doesn't care. Yeah, I deactivate my future sight because I really can't afford to maintain it anymore. But I want to get a piece of this guy while he's still alive, so I'm gonna move over. And I do have Draining Strike active. I'm gonna go ahead and use Shadow Manipulation. That's gonna set me back 12. And I'm gonna go ahead and attack him and deal 40 damage. And could I get the myth? Could you let me know if the myth loss is at least 5?
Myth loss equal to damage, or how much?
Sorry, if the life loss is at least 5.
Yes, the life loss is 12.
Okay. Alright, then I'll take 5 myth back. As well, better get a piece of him before he's gone. And Alistair creates these 2 little shadow balls, combines them together in his hand, and you see this straw just like flick out from his mouth and like stab into the Pope, and he's like as he starts sucking up his myth.
Okay, then, Alistair, you cartoony little bastard.
Uh-oh.
Last
You know
year, how'd
you
like to
love
play
me.
this?
That's not Lily in character. That's just
Oh,
me.
okay. Alright.
Lily isn't focused on you. She's too focused on giddily murdering the Pope.
Yeah, she's
The Pope-
focused on her meal.
Is going to
Uh,
attempt to break free.
Like,
Not Meal, her victim.
we are literally like just like all mobbing this guy, eating him alive.
Not me.
Like,
You guys are eating him. Lily's just pretty much mauling him.
Yeah. Dark Edge comments, uh-oh, Alistair's combining his balls. And,
My balls
yeah.
never had.
As the Pope struggles in Peanut's grip, probably the last thing he will do, as Peanut begins to consume. Which is to say, she makes a limitless combo with her mouth.
Ah,
I love it.
A limitless combo that he cannot dodge.
Limitless jump.
I'm
seen
saying
some
now, she's
videos
probably,
of
she's probably
limitless
gonna have to fight
combos
Lily
with
for that,
mouth.
though. Because Lily is not letting go.
You may
That's
want
not a
to be
limitless
careful.
chomp there, Lassiter. That's something very different.
So, just allow me to just do quick math here.
Because basically it's going to be a tugging match between Peanut and Lily.
Yeah, so Peanut
I mean,
bites.
Peanut's
40
gonna win
times.
that. Sorry, what?
Peanut hits 40 times. He's each one, well, 40 times until they actually don't do any damage. Hello?
So is he dead?
Very.
Okay.
As like
Yeah,
being
the two
fed
of them,
into
they
a wood
basically
chipper, he
tear him
just
in
starts
half.
getting pulled closer and closer in. And, I mean, would you like to
Evan,
make
can
a
I-
strength?
Yeah, I was about to say, can we just say that between Lily tugging to get a piece of him and Peanuts chewing, they just tear him in half?
Yeah, I'll say that. Like, there is like a solid chunk of probably about the lower half of the head down to the jaw just gets ripped off as the veins that Lily had been, meshing with her own just yank it out. And actually,
Alistair's straw becomes a crazy straw and moves with them as they're like ripping him apart.
but
And you guys actually see that as this happens, the rose that is over her right eye just blooms fully. And it's not a pretty sight.
yeah, but fun fact, Peanut
Sick.
does get some health back from that. Specifically a D8 for whenever she does damage with her crushing bite.
Nice.
And basically, anyone that is paying mind to Lily sees that, like, the edges of the rose as it sprouts, it looks like there's teeth on the edges of the petals. The deeper in it goes, until they eventually see that in the middle, there's just a little circle of teeth, like it's a gaping maw deep within the rose.
You really are a monster, aren't you? Well.
Are you standing that close when you say it?
Yeah, no, he's standing pretty close, but he reaches out. I guess I'll finish my meal then. And he just starts like whispering, like his voice completely changes and like becomes like super like you don't think like a human could really like speak in tones like that, and the language that he's speaking you're not really sure what it is, as Alistair starts the process of pulling his soul out of his body and forming it into a sphere so that he can consume it.
And as he says that to Lily, Lily's going to basically turn and lash out at him with the blood blade in her hand, just with a
Oh
deep
well,
snarl.
crap.
Just,
Do I need to block that?
I mean, I would suggest it.
Okay. All right. Then crap, man. I've got hardly anything.
Well then.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm dealing with just a 27.
I was going to say, as long as you don't roll a 1, I think you're good.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you're lashing out, you just see this wall of shadow rise up. I'm like, now, Lily, it was a compliment. And I would like to eat this soul now, if I can. Evan, where'd you go?
Oh, I'm still here.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Then unless there's anything preventing me, I gather the soul together in a sphere, open my mouth super like ultra wide, and just soul eater status. I just wrap my tongue around the soul and gulp it down.
Just
And
kind of hit. Lily just kind of hisses in a non-human way before she just flies off with the part of the head she's still clutching on. She pretty much settles on the horse statue and just kind of starts chowing down on it.
Yeah, no, you see like this euphoric expression come over Alistair as he's just like, oh, so powerful. Oh, souls of this quality don't come around every day. It's amazing. The flavor, the little nuances in his personality. Oh, you were a self-righteous bastard, weren't you? And you are delicious.
Real quick, what is the formula for the regen from that?
I'm looking that up right now because I don't think I put it on my character sheet.
I think I have it
No,
on
I
the
did not.
Archangel sheet. Target's level plus their wisdom. Oh, twice their level plus their wisdom plus 1d10.
Their will.
Well.
Plus 1d10. Okay. Alright, so what's his level was 19. What was his will?
18. That is 57.
Jeez.
From a single soul. Who did the aura?
That's me.
Oh,
I'm doing Melody of Muse. I'm healing and charging allies, so everybody gets myth, as well as health if they can be healed by healing spells.
Can. How much is it for each?
$10.
That's fine.
Alright, I'll take your 10 myth. Oh.
I'll take both because,
That's
trust me, Lily needs it. In her crazed state.
And this is going to be per turn, so Just tell me when to shut it off.
Lily's not going to tell you anything. She's just going to town. This bit of head that she has, pretty much tearing away flesh, skin, everything else down to the bone.
Right.
It's kind of odd. This is the first time that you've seen her be like very feral when she's been feeding, like truly feral.
Fair enough.
Peanut
Yeah,
is
I'm more worried about
Alistair's
little
kinda
Lassiter
looks
than I am
like-
about anything.
Ugh.
Lassiter's not moving at the moment, so I'm more worried about Lassiter than anyone else.
Oh shoot, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Alistair looks down at Lassiter and like bends down, pulls some money out of his pocket. He's like, Lassie.
Negative 30 health.
You should be at negative 20 now because I gave you 10 healing,
Yay!
and you do regain. You also regain another 10 myth.
Keep it up, Dog Edge.
So just Evan, let me know when it's
Yeah.
ready for a second round.
I mean, at this point, like, just how long does it last? The spell?
As long as I maintain it.
How long would you like to maintain it?
Well, the amount of healing varies based on each round too. So, because it's a D12.
I mean, honestly, just
So
go for
why
it.
don't we
How
just
about
say that
5
you maintain
rounds?
it? Yeah.
Maintain it
Okay,
until
5,
fully
that
healed.
works.
Or we can just say 5 rounds. That should be enough to get Lassiter down up to at least somewhat positive.
True.
Why not just make it 10?
As Seraph kind of comes his way up through the church. All right.
Yeah,
that'll
Well,
do it.
as much as it's good seeing you all, I'm gone.
There.
I was gonna say, Lily's head snaps over as Seraph approaches. And she just kind of growls slowly before she swoops down up in his face.
I wouldn't suggest it. God, you're scary.
You wouldn't suggest it, but she's gonna do it.
Oh no, that was in character.
Yeah, she is just staring at him blankly, just almost as if there's kind of a shimmer of recognition, but it's not quite there. Like she's not quite there. Like at least the Lily that he's aware of isn't quite there. This is something else. And it's kind of looking at him just with this sort of hunger, it seems, or desire.
Alistair frowns.
Well, maybe some other time.
Well,
but I promise
anyway,
I'm quite busy. I've got some
Seraph,
reading to do.
thanks for nothing. We'll be seeing you.
Was that Evan?
No, that was a combination of them talking over each other.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Such power, such grace. You'd be a suitable new vessel once this one's drained completely.
About that. And then you notice he just kind of zip-zop zoops out of there with combinations of blink steps and shadow steps.
Such a coward.
And then you
You're
hear,
telling
you see
me.
him come in. Excuse me, not a coward. I've just got better things to do. I just wanted to clear that up. All right, goodbye.
Right, like hide in the corner while everybody else fights for you. Oh, so brave.
Brooding.
Brings a tear to my eye. He comes back again.
Comes up. Excuse me, that was
At this
brooding.
point, the second time he approaches, Lily's going to extend a hand, and the rose very quickly migrates from over her eye to her hand, and it extends out rapidly. Like, you know, in the oh, jeez, what the fuck is the name of that movie? The one with the giant man-eating plant.
Mothra?
Huh? No,
What?
no, it's
It's oh god damn it. Feed me, Seymour.
yeah, that one.
You mean
Spray-
Audrey too?
Yes. It's
No,
pretty much
no.
no. It's
Which
it's
movie is that?
Little
I can't remember it, but it's pretty much just like that. It's
Little Shop of
the
Horrors.
the rose. Yeah, little
Yes,
shop
Little
of
Shop of
Horrors.
Horrors.
It pretty much the rose pretty much extends out of her arm, just is wrapped up in these thorns, and it's pretty much like that as the mouth just kind of stretches out, and it's not trying to eat at him, but the as Lily does speak, it seems like the rose does as well. Then why do you run, you little misfit?
Oh, well, obviously I've got purchased the standard top, brooding to do.
But you could do so much more with more power, more access, more potential.
Excuse me, I already have the power of heaven and hell on my side. I am, of course, the son of Seraph, the double one-winged angel.
What about the power of undeath?
It's so tripe.
You have no idea what you're missing.
Lily, darling, or whatever it is you call yourself right now.
The rose turns in Dark Edge's direction, so does Lily. As the arm pretty much it moves with the jostling of the rose and pretty much urges Lily to walk forward to Dark Edge.
Nice to meet you. Can I have a name?
Simply call me the Blackened Rose.
That's about as inventive as my name.
Well,
I like it.
This is me talking, not the vessel.
Oh, I know. I can tell. You're doing most of your talking through your pedals. It's a little obvious.
Well, I'm not just a rose. This is just the form I take.
I didn't say you were. Anyway, let's leave Seraph alone. He's not really one of us. He's not. He's not worth us.
It's exactly why I'm so interested in him. I've seen what the rest of you can do, and it's not that impressive. But him, oh, he'd make a
I
valiant.
would take that
Excuse me.
personally. I would take that personally, but Alistair's going to take that personally
Alistair.
enough for all of us.
Alistair is right next leg. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Like, I don't know if I really like this side of you. He kind of does this like harumph and like looks to the side.
Moves the arm so it can face him now. You're already tainted with the blood of my essence. It wouldn't do much improvement.
Could you
Plus,
say that
it-
again? There was some
You're tainted with You're tainted with my essence anyway, in some sense. It wouldn't do much to improve on you anyway. Besides, that little bit of
Oh.
demon in you wouldn't meld well with my tactics. And I'm not fond of demons.
So that means that you're completely vampiric in nature, no demon inside of you? That does disappoint me a little bit.
But all things
I thought
considered-
that you were a deal maker.
No, I am. Well, I guess you'll just have to find that out. But I have quite a history with my little vessel here. But unfortunately, she's about to reach her end. After all these years, she's running dry.
Excuse me.
Have you taken a look at her? And you do see some of the vines kind of shift away from pretty much Lily's neck down. You see like some of the scarring and marring and obvious drain that the rose has been putting on her. It pretty much is draining her, like physically. I only have so much left after a couple hundred years with her.
So you're killing her.
Well, as a witch, she lasts longer than most humans, but unfortunately not much longer.
Well, I simply can't have that. You're not going to kill her. You're going to leave. We'll find you a new vessel, a new host. But you can't have her. You can't have Lily.
Peanut
I've
raises her
had her
hand
for
and
so
shakes
many
it
years
about in the air.
already. What was that?
Peanut raises her hand and kind of shakes it up in the air, pointing at her.
I've had her for so
Give
many
monk
years already. I'd like to see
parasite.
you try without killing her. She and I are one and the same. Besides, I'm the only thing that's keeping her mind from fracturing completely.
There's therapy for that.
Therapy for killing
Yes,
one
and that
girl
worked so well for you.
Oh, I didn't go to therapy.
Words can only heal so much, bunny boy. But what she's done, all of what she's done in order to sustain me, she wouldn't be able to handle it. She'd crack, crumble, shatter.
I
I'm
think
really
you
keeping her together.
underestimate her. Lily is a real monster. She can live with the things she's done. All
You-
monsters can.
Ah, my, you don't seem to understand. Everything that she has done, all this fighting, blood draining, everything else, it's been me, not her. I'm the one that takes control in heat of battle. She can't fight to save her fucking life.
You're lying.
I'm the thing that keeps her alive and awake. I'm the one that, throughout many of the regions she's traveled through, I am the name that's besmirched her reputation. Which is why she's had to change names many times. Her original name isn't even Lily. She's forgotten what her true name is, which is for the best. If she were to learn her true name, she'd be absolutely broken. And she'd remember what she's done. She'd
Well,
remember
she doesn't
our...
have any need for her true name anymore, whatever. Her true name is Lily. Now, we've all seen her fight. Your little alter ego thing didn't come out until recently. She's a killer. It's what she does. It's what we all do.
What she does to sustain me. Otherwise, she's better off dead. Which is what she would have been. Dead.
And we thank you for your service. But it will no longer be necessary. So we'll just, find you another little host to latch on to, and we'll keep the rest of her.
Very particular with my host. So good luck with that.
Well, I mean, you seem to take a liking to Seraph over there. What if we, rough him up a bit and make him more susceptible to your charm?
I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
Well,
What do you say?
until he wises up to the idea, or I find one that's even more suiting for the role, I think I'll keep this vest for right now. She still has a couple of years left in her before I had to force myself to move on. Besides, and the arm kind of twists around and looks towards the unconscious Oz. I have alternative.
Well, my eyes tightened to that. Alistair looks... Yeah, like, he looks like he's trying to hide his murder face, but he's definitely got murder in his eyes. Well, I'm very happy for you. Well, it's been lovely chatting with you. Can we give Lily a turn now?
Slowly moves the arm back to... turns attention back to Alistair. Oh, and I was just starting to have a lot more fun than I normally do, just sitting idle. Fine, I'll do it, but you best catch. She's gonna be a bit out of it. And she won't remember much before I took over, so you might want to fill her in on the detail.
She normally blacks out when I take over anyway. And with that, you see the rose starts to shrink as it goes back to its corsage form, and the vines and roses and stuff recede, allowing Lily to return to her normal form, and she does in fact collapse.
Point of clarification. Do her clothes return as well?
With the ominous silence.
The answer is
on.
no.
No, let me roll something here real quick.
It's alright, we got a censorship monkey here.
It's like the clothes do not come back.
Just the pause.
There's some bits.
Okay, can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we're good. There's some bits of cloth that are still covering
Oh.
her, but seems most of
You
it
guys
got
are
torn
breaking
apart by the
up.
roses. But yeah, as the vines recede, her clothes beneath appear to have been tattered, but there's just enough on her body to at least keep her semi-decent. But otherwise, she's completely out.
All right. So Alistair.
Oh.
Oh,
no.
Cody, your internet's
Oh, no.
dying.
It's over.
Oh no.
Oh God.
He's trapped in the side.
I'll be back.
Oh. The internet died.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Hey.
I was about to
Okay.
say,
Hey!
Cody's turning into Barnabas.
Alright,
Oh
the
God.
last thing we heard was
Okay. So yeah,
It was
no,
Alistair.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what? Like basically for like 2 or 3 minutes straight, I could barely hear a thing from you guys. What I gathered was the rose monster went away, and that was about it. That was the end.
Yeah, the rose monster retreated, and most of Lily's clothes are pretty much tattered, except for like a few scraps that are still clinging to her body.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
the fan
Alistair
service.
immediately scoops her up and starts walking towards the door. All right, Lily, change of plans. You know, this was a really fun detour. We destroyed an entire civilization, handed it to a shady robot. Sure, nothing bad will go wrong with, or sure, nothing wrong will go with the, sure, nothing wrong will happen with that. But, we're heading back. We're going to go back to my school, and we're going to find you a cure. Won't that be nice?
She is unconscious.
Peanut will
And
go
I
and
can't
pick
hear
up
you
Oz
again.
and Lassiter.
Lassiter's just like,
Lily's pretty much unconscious, so
Everything
she's not
hurts.
going to be able to respond to you for a while. Depending on how long it takes you guys to get back to whatever transportation you're using, she'll be awake. But until then, she's pretty much unconscious.
So,
All right.
Dark Edge is going to use false identity to make everyone appear to be someone or something that they are not, Peanut included.
So, I mean, I'm not going to. But, well, I guess I can real quick. So, Alistair stops. Shoot. What was the entire reason why we decided to take this place over?
It was
Track
it
them.
was because the Pope was was keeping edgelords out of the city, and it was becoming a problem for Lord Zero because he had no eyes in here. But now, since the Pope is overthrown and Barnabas is in control, edgelords can now come into the Cyberpope for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
That and you could
so-
probably use it to track down the hot bloods.
Yes, that was also a thing.
Okay. So, Alistair, as he's just about to reach the door, like stops mid-step, turns to look at the throne. Oh, and Barney, I'm assuming that we can count on you to keep your end of the bargain?
The boy will get the
Barney.
location of the boy will get the location of what you're looking for. And the voice doesn't really sound quite like Barnabas anymore, and it doesn't seem to come from one space. Almost as if, like, a couple 100,000 people across the city were saying it, including the guards outside and just about every speaker in the papacy.
Oh, that's a new look for your voice. Interesting. I like it. Anyway, that's great to hear. Let us know when the hot bloods are around and their exact location. If you could keep tabs on that, it'd be super great. And also, if you could start, doing trade and letting edgelords into the city, that would also be fantastic, please. And thank you, you're amazing! And I'm going to start walking out.
Alright. Anybody else have any last words for, in here?
I did cast false identity just in case that got missed.
Yep.
No.
However, it doesn't seem to be necessary, as you guys are walking out, you noticed all of the extremely modified various members of the Faith Militant are all just kind of standing there idly, keeping their eyes on you. And they all have this dull, glassy expression, like they're not really the ones piloting their bodies.
Oh, crap. I'm gonna walk up to him. Like, I imagine from all the wounds that I've sustained that, like, every other footstep is just a blood footprint. But I'm going to walk up to one and kind of, like, snap my fingers. Anybody home?
And you hear the same voice as before from Barnabas. Quiet.
Oh, Barney! So this is where you've taken up residence. Oh, it's a hive mind. Have fun. So, you wouldn't mind if I maybe ate a few of you guys? Like, I'm really hungry and really in bad shape. I need some myth reserves and blood. Like a lot of it.
Take one, or maybe two. There's not much that
You're
can
the
be done
best,
with this
Barney.
soul
Love
anyway.
you. And I'm just going
you
to go ahead. Yeah, kisses. And I'm just going to go ahead and I just stab my hand into this man's chest and pull out his heart.
Ooh.
And yeah. And you just see him squeeze that thing like an orange into his mouth. It's like, oh, that's so much better. And drops the heart, reaches down, yanks out the soul, eats that, goes over to the next guy, does the same thing, and I'm just gonna keep doing that until I'm at full health.
Alright.
Boodoo, ba-dum, ba-dum,
And as you
ba-dum.
walk down the streets, you notice a very similar theme. With those who are less modified than others, you notice these large collections of cables kind of coming out of the back of their heads and disappearing off into alleyways and sewers, and generally you don't see a single soul who looks normal as you make your way back.
Well then.
This is very annoying. I really want to stay and study this, but
Make it an extra credit research trip for some of your students.
that is a brilliant idea. I'll figure out which ones are brilliant enough to figure out the puzzle, but also ugly enough that they are expendable. The nerd club should be perfect.
I mean, it looks like they're just going to the digital bone zone.
Digital bone zone. Okay then.
I'm sorry, the digital bone zone sounds more like something else. Entirely.
It's like, who needs a full body jack-in if they're not going to the digital bone zone?
That's fair.
I would expect some moaning from the amassed crowds.
Yeah, no, it's general silence.
Okay. Do we have a vehicle anymore? Did the alley mobile get blown up or something like that? I feel like it at least got left outside of the cyber papacy.
Yeah,
It
you
was
might have to go
in-
back and get
Nope, it's in an alley. It is
Oh.
in an alley. It is a Greyhound bus that is parked in an alley out of the way, where it wouldn't be noticed or destroyed.
Toad.
Listener also has a strike if y'all want to learn how to do circus tricks to get everybody onto one tricycle.
No.
My
Especially
internet
Especially since two of us are unconscious right now. No.
Lassiter's not
Okay.
unconscious.
No, two of us are unconscious.
Oh, right, Oz. Right. Sorry.
That's right.
My
That's
bad.
right. That's right. Okay.
Sorry, Zach. We didn't mean to forget you, I promise.
Wait, did he just show up?
No, I was just saying that for the stream in case he decides to listen to the episode later.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Who is carrying Zach right now? Or not Zach? Who is carrying Oz right
I
now?
think maybe his girlfriend.
All right. Who is
right,
carrying
the person carrying
Oz
Oz is
right now?
Peanut.
I was gonna say Peanut's default carrier.
All right. Peanut, darling, I want you to eat somebody. I'll be back with the car. And I am going to sprout wings. Wait here, everybody. I'll be back soon. And I am going to fly as fast as I can to the alley, get the alley mobile, and then drive back to everybody else.
That's fair. You're still carrying Lily.
I am.
So you're basically just going to set her one of the seats so she could sleep this off.
Yes.
Alright.
Dark Edge rolls his eyes. Very sarcastically, very edgily.
Yeah, Peanut's
I
just
can
kinda
see-
ignored
I
that.
can- I can see it too, just rolling his eyes so hard they go loose in his skull.
Peanut looks over a couple. of
Okay,
the,
I'll wait here, but not because you told me to.
Pretty much.
Peanut
Okay, so what's
looks at a
Peanut doing?
couple of
Sorry.
The bodies, the buffet lined out in front of her, and then just
Peanut!
consumes
Only
person
one!
in one
Only-
Maybe
bite.
10.
Okay, maybe
Just under 100.
honestly, you tell Peanut just eat one of dozens of people that basically can't defend themselves. That's like leaving a kid at a candy buffet and saying they can only have one thing. It's not gonna end well.
Yeah.
Her mouth opens.
Besides,
She
everyone
runs
knows
down
that once you
and
pop,
in
you
one
just can't
motion
stop.
eats and swallows a single.
Yeah, okay,
man.
wait. Guys. Let's listen to what the GM's having to say. Sorry. Evan,
Oh.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, Peanut in one smooth motion opens her mouth and just like one of those dipper birds that goes for the water, just without a single bite, just swallows one of the people whole.
And I hope they were in the digital bone zone, so they didn't feel that.
Oh jeez.
Ah, the digital.
And
bone.
also, I just realized something here, Dan. You just compared people to Pringles.
To peanuts, is there much difference?
That's fair. That's fair. Yep, and
People, Pringle, they even sound similar.
and we'll say it's about like 10 minutes to give Peanut enough time to actually take the form of whoever she ate before Alistair arrives. And by that
Yeah.
point, Lily does start waking up and coming to.
But if possible, Peanut's going to take the form of the Cyberpope.
Oh, God!
Do it. Do it.
The guy is going to be naked!
Well, yes.
That's not the first time we've seen
Not with-
Peanut hang dong.
Yeah, at least this time it's like an immaculate angel, not a very old man.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, as everybody starts loading up onto the bus, Lily's just going to start slowly waking up. My head.
Lily, darling,
My
How are we
everything.
feeling?
Like I've been run over several times. What happened?
Well, you got very frisky with the Pope, let me tell you. That was something to see.
Excuse me?
Yeah, no, you looked like you were like making love and eating him at the same time. It was, well, it was something. I wish I had my recorder.
Lily just grabs hold of the seats and pulls herself upright, and she's obviously sore as she does this and very dizzy. I don't remember anything. I remember him doing something to Oz, and after that, it's just this rage and then nothing. I completely zoned out. Nothing but darkness and.
Okay, just
So,
to clarify,
Lily-
is this before you guys arrive to the rest of us?
No, this is as you guys are loading on.
Okay, so I can respond.
So,
Perfect.
Lily, I think it's about time you told me about that rose.
What do you mean?
There's been a development. Let's just
Okay.
say, please tell me about it. Please.
I mean, there's not much I can tell, really. I woke up.
I can't hear anything.
There's not much I really can tell about it. I woke up one day after something terrible happened. I don't remember what it is. Whenever I try to think back on it, it just sends this chill through me. And the only thing I remembered between all of it was just this rose being attached to me. Like, I couldn't even move it or tear it off. It just moves of its own accord.
Alistair
All
just kind
around.
of squints at you.
It's odd. Every time I try to think back to before I had this rose, it's just bits and pieces. Like, I know I had a life before I discovered this rose, but I just don't remember. It feels like major parts are missing. Parts that seem important, but I just have blocked them out for some reason. I don't know why, but it seemed like I had a happy life before, but I just can't remember.
Oh, trust me, Lily. I'm sure whatever life you had before pales in comparison to the glorious life you have right now.
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
I don't know that for certain. I don't even know what kind of life I had.
You
I
don't
really-
need to. You don't need to, Lily. Lily, look around you. Look. We've got our edgy goth boy. We've got Oz, who's just a darling. We've got our resident cross-dresser. Like, we've got a fab, and we can't forget about the pet monkey.
And you see
Look.
just the naked Cyberpope waving in the back of the in the back of the bus.
Alistair,
The
that's
false
not.
identity provides clothing.
Alistair, that's not the point. When I initially woke up before with this rose, I woke up in the house of a massacred family, but I don't know who that family belongs to. It could have been mine for all I know. I don't know. I can't remember anything. I don't even know my own name. The name I
Okay,
use is the one that the
Alistair
rose gives me.
puts a lacquered fingernail up to your lips, and he's just like, Lily, Lily, Lily. You're spinning your wheels for no reason. These are things that you don't need to think about.
Can't change the past.
Exactly. What the edgy kind of sort of acts like a teenager at times, but isn't really a teenager boy said. You can't change what's already happened.
Lily's
Look
brow
forward.
Lily's brow just kind of furrows and she smacks the hand away. At least you can remember your childhood. I don't remember anything!
Trust
Not
me,
remembering shit's
Lily.
not bad.
Trust me. I wish I couldn't. Anyway, we are going to take a bit of a detour. We're gonna
Detour?
get that. Yes, we're gonna get that checked out. Yeah. So we're driving home. I'm going to take you to the university, and we're gonna do some studying.
Lily just kind of glances down at the rose corsage, and she's just going to kind of clutch her arm to her chest before she shifts back to just pretty much curl up in the corner of the seat. It's not going to do anything. It never did before. It won't now.
Lily, everything is going to be fine. I'm not going to let anything happen to you or any of my family. And with that, Alistair is going to press harder on the gas. And I'm going to try and zip out of town as quickly as I can.
All right. I mean, you guys are heading towards the University of Vampires Northwestern, right?
Yep,
Yep.
that's going to be a long journey.
Gonna be a long journey straight through another place that, while not as safe as a single safe place, is still safe compared to the relative area.
Yeah, because we're not going to cut through Utah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we should go kill some Mormons.
Oh, but we have to, but we have to go between.
That
the
feels
Opie
real
Mountains.
weird. Where it
Okay,
come from.
Okay. Yeah, that's
That's a
let's
little
go
weird.
kill some Mormons. Sounds really weird coming from our resident Mormon.
Yeah, it does. But yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Different.
Genocide, genocide, genocide!
Hey, you guys already caused one of those today.
We did.
That's fair.
I mean, to be fair, we didn't technically kill them. We just kind of brought them together. They're closer now than they were before.
Okay,
So,
so
yeah.
that's a lot of miles. That's going to be a while.
Well, no, I think you're doing this path wrong. You gotta go. Just no. How do I turn off the snap? That's alt, right?
Yes.
All right. You gotta go through. You gotta go through the Opie Mountains,
Okay.
and then.
Dude, can we go? Yeah, no, we're going through Opie Mountains. Like, I don't know what is in the Opie Mountains. I'm assuming it's Opie, but like,
I don't even know what Opie means, so I would doubt that.
it means beebs. That's what it means. That's
2, 3,
literally
1,
what it
12.
means.
We're not going through the Opie Mountains. We're going between the Opie Mountains.
Yes. Yes.
Right up the middle.
Yes.
Right along the sternum, one might say.
Yes. Okay. Let's go through Opie Mountains, and we're going to head back to University of Vampires as quickly as we can.
Northwestern.
Yeah.
There are
Make
other
it stop at the
universities
safe
of vampires.
space. Okay. So 2287. Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how long it's going to take, because if this is a standard Greyhound bus.
Oh man, this.
Oh,
would
we're
be so
not. We're
long.
not in a Greyhound bus. We're in my big giant limo.
No, your limo got left behind. We're on a Greyhound.
Ah, damn it! Fine, we're in a Greyhound.
We're gonna need to behind
Actually, I
you.
think your limo got destroyed.
Oh, that hurts my non-existent soul.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna need to get a new limo.
Yeah.
But you've got like 20 of them waiting at University of Vampires Northwestern anyway, so I don't think it'll be a problem.
Going to take, including stops, 2 days.
All right,
Okay.
we're off.
So that's 2 days of travel. And I
But-
think that's where we're going to leave it off for tonight, actually.
Yep.
Unless
because-
something happens in between Opie Mountains.
Which
Dude, I
we'll
hope
figure it.
something happens in between Opie Mountains.
I was about to say, me and Evan will
Something
discuss
better happen
if we
between Opie Mountains.
if we can come up with
that.
something between the two of us, we'll figure it out. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. We will see you next week for another episode of Operation Hot Bloods, and then the week after that, we will be back with Coldbloods and figuring out what
What's
happens along
between
our
the
trip
Opie
back
Mountains?
to the University of Vampires Northwestern, and see if we can actually figure out the whole situation with Lily's Rose and everything else. Until then, everybody, live on, play strong, and roll out. See you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Coldblood.
Bye.